What are you doing? I've been waiting for you for too long.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry about that. I got caught up in traffic. You know how it is.
Traffic again? It seems like that's always the excuse.
I know, I know. But seriously, it was bumper to bumper. I even left early to avoid it, but no luck.
Well, next time, just let me know if you're running late. I've been sitting here twiddling my thumbs for ages.
I'll make sure to shoot you a text next time. So, what have you been up to while you've been waiting?
Not much, just scrolling through my phone, trying to kill time. But honestly, I'd rather be doing something productive.
Yeah, waiting around is the worst. Hey, why don't we make plans for the next time we hang out? That way, we'll have something to look forward to.
That sounds like a great idea. Maybe we could check out that new restaurant downtown everyone's been raving about.
Perfect. And if we plan it right, we can avoid rush hour traffic altogether.
Haha, sounds like a plan. So, while we're waiting for our next hangout, what have you been up to lately?
Oh, the usual grind. Work, errands, trying to squeeze in some downtime when I can. But nothing too exciting.
Same here. Life can get so busy sometimes. It's important to make time for fun amidst all the chaos.
Absolutely. So, any exciting plans coming up for you?
Not really, just trying to take things one day at a time. But hey, speaking of plans, let's make sure we set a concrete time for our next outing. I don't want to be left waiting again.
Agreed. I'll mark it on my calendar this time. And if something comes up, I promise I'll let you know ASAP.
All right, well, I guess I'll forgive you for making me wait this time. But next time, don't keep me hanging.
You know, I totally understand how frustrating it is to wait. I hate keeping people waiting too. It just feels like such a waste of time, you know?
Absolutely. It's like time slipping away while you're stuck in limbo. And the worst part is not knowing how long you'll be waiting for.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. It's that uncertainty that really gets to me. You start wondering if something's gone wrong, or if the other person has forgotten about you entirely.
Exactly. It's like your mind starts racing, coming up with all sorts of scenarios, and none of them are usually good.
Right? Like, what if they got into an accident or had an emergency? Those thoughts can really drive you crazy when you're left waiting without any updates.
Ugh, don't even get me started on the anxiety that kicks in. It's like a constant battle between trying to stay calm and resisting the urge to bombard them with texts asking where they are.
Oh, I know that feeling all too well. You're torn between wanting to be understanding and feeling frustrated that your time isn't being respected.
Precisely. And then when they finally do show up, they act like nothing's wrong. as if they didn't just leave you hanging for what feels like an eternity.
It's like they don't realize the impact it has on you. Time is precious, and waiting around for someone who doesn't value it can be incredibly disheartening.
Absolutely. I mean, we all have busy lives, but a simple heads up goes a long way in showing respect for each other's time.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Communication is key, especially when it comes to making plans and being punctual.
Definitely. So, moving forward, let's make a pact to always keep each other in the loop if we're running late. Deal?
Deal. I promise to be more mindful of your time in the future. And if something does come up, I'll be sure to let you know ASAP.
Sounds good to me. Thanks for understanding where I'm coming from. Now, let's make sure we enjoy the rest of our time together without any more unnecessary waiting.
Agreed. From now on, it's all about making the most of our moments together. No more waiting around, just living in the present.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Here's to respecting each other's time and making the most of every moment we share. Cheers to that.
You know, this whole conversation about waiting actually got me thinking about how we value time in general. It's such a precious resource, yet we often take it for granted.
That's so true. Time is one of those things you can never get back once it's gone. It's like currency, but even more valuable because it's finite.
Exactly. And yet, we often find ourselves wasting it on trivial things or waiting around for others who don't respect it.
It's like we need to adopt a more mindful approach to how we spend our time. Being intentional about how we allocate our time can lead to more fulfilling experiences and deeper connections.
Absolutely. It's all about prioritizing what truly matters and making conscious choices about where we invest our time and energy.
I couldn't agree more. I think we should start implementing some strategies to help us better manage our time and avoid unnecessary waiting in the future.
That's a great idea. Maybe we could start by setting clearer expectations when making plans and establishing a mutual understanding of the importance of punctuality.
Definitely. And perhaps we could also work on improving our time management skills individually so we're better equipped to handle unexpected delays and interruptions.
Whether it's setting reminders, breaking tasks down into smaller, more manageable chunks, or learning to say no to things that don't align with our priorities, there are plenty of strategies we can employ to make the most of our time.
That's a good point. And by being more proactive and intentional about how we manage our time, we can create more space for the things that truly bring us joy and fulfillment.
Absolutely. I think it's all about finding that balance between being productive and making time for relaxation and self-care.
Couldn't agree more. So, moving forward, let's make a commitment to each other to prioritize our time and respect each other's schedules.
Agreed. Here's to a future filled with meaningful connections, productive endeavors, and minimal waiting around. I'm excited to see how implementing these changes will positively impact our lives.
Me too. I think this conversation has been really eye-opening and has inspired me to take a more proactive approach to managing my time. Thanks for having this discussion with me.
Of course, thank you for initiating it. It's always great to have open and honest conversations about topics like this. And hey, if we ever find ourselves waiting around again, at least we'll know we're making the most of our time by having deep discussions like this one.
Absolutely. Here's to making every moment count. Cheers.